Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I contour, how I bronze, and highlight my face. So as you can see right now, the only thing I've applied is foundation and concealer. Well, I have eyeshadow on, but on my face, I only have foundation and concealer. And after you've done those two things, your face looks kind of one color, one dimensional. So to bring back life to your face, you need to contour and bronze your face. It also makes you look really tan. So if you guys want to learn how I do those three things, just go ahead and keep watching. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be contouring my cheeks. And as of lately, my favorite product to use is this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This one I think is just like a travel sized. It came in a Too Faced kit that I purchased a while ago, but I'm obsessed with this bronzer because as you can see, there it is. It's very brown and it's not like a tan color, and when you apply it, it doesn't look muddy. It's like a straight up brown color. So when I'm contouring, I just like to put it in the hollows of my cheeks and just make it look like a shadow. So by using this kind of like this dark brown chocolatey color, Chocolate Soleil bronzer, it doesn't like give too much of a color. It's just deepening up my hollows of my cheeks and making me look more defined. So the brush that I like to use is this brush. It's a Benefit brush that comes in like their blushes and their bronzers. And as you can see, it's just like this flat, really long brush. And I like to use this brush because it really gets into the hollows of my cheek, and it basically just creates like a straight line into the hollows of my cheeks. It's not like a fluffy brush like this that would like get all over my cheek. It's just very precise and gets in there. So I'm just gonna get some of the bronzer. And to find the hollows of your cheeks, what you're gonna wanna do is just make like a fishy face, and it'll just create this line right below your cheeks, right there, where you want to apply the bronzer. So just make that weird fishy face. And I basically draw a line right through my hollows of my cheeks. I'm not going to leave it like that. I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with a kabuki brush, but just make a line right in the hollows of your cheeks. And when you're creating this line, try to get into the hairline, like as close to the hairline as possible. If not, it's just gonna look like a straight line, like in the middle of your cheek. So you really want to get back in there into your hairline. And don't go too far in, because then it's just gonna look really weird. Just right where your cheek is, that's where you wanna go ahead and end it. So just like that. And I know it looks really ridiculous right now, but then go ahead and take a kabuki brush and in a circular motion, just start blending that color out. You don't want it to look obviously like a big brown line across your face.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but my dog's crying because I'm not giving him any attention. Tommy!
So as you can see, it doesn't look like this harsh brown line across my face. It's just bringing out my cheekbones, giving color to my face, just making my face have a shape instead of just looking really round. So even just looking straight ahead at the camera, you can tell the difference between this cheek and this cheek. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other side, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I like to contour my forehead. So that's both cheeks contoured, and you can totally tell the difference. The tops of my cheeks just stand out more, and it just makes my face look more thin and more tan. So now what I like to do is I also like to contour my forehead, and that also makes me look more tan. And I don't know, but my forehead
is huge.
So this also kind of makes it look a little not as big. I have like a 5 head, so it just makes it look a little bit more narrow and nicer. So when I'm contouring my forehead, I like to use the same bronzer, but I like to use a brush like this. So this is the BH Cosmetics 3, I guess. 3 brush. And this is a more round, circular, very dense brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and take some of that bronzer. And you want to focus on the temples of your cheeks. So your temples are like right here. So I'm just going to go ahead in a circular motion. And again, try to stay as close to the hairline as possible so that it doesn't look unnatural and it just fades into your face. So take your time, really blend it out, because if not, it's just gonna look like 2 random circles on your forehead. So just keep blending it out until it looks like a natural tan. So as you can see, like my forehead looks, I don't know, to me it looks a little smaller and it definitely looks more tan. Yeah, so that's it. That's exactly how I contour my forehead and my cheeks. So now I'm going to show you guys how I like to contour my nose. So I don't really like to contour my nose. I do it once in a while. Sometimes I feel like it just needs to look a little bit more thin because I have like a really round nose. But I don't really like to contour it that much, but I am going to show you guys how I like to contour it when I do contour it. So for my nose, I like to use, this is the NYC Sunny Bronzer. This is more of like a tannish color. It's extremely lighter than the Too Faced bronzer. You can't really tell. Yeah, they pretty much look alike. But once you apply it to your face, this is like a straight up brown color, and this is just like a light tan that you apply to your face. So when I contour my nose, I like to use, this is the e.l.f. C brush, and it's just like a flat shader brush. It's a little bit more fluffy, but this is the brush that I like to use. So I'm just going to go ahead and take
a very
small amount to your brush. Don't like swish it all in there in your brush. Just barely get anything. Because when you're contouring your nose, you want it to look as natural, and just, you don't want brown lines down your nose. So just take a very small amount, and then I like to start right here at the top of the bridge of my nose. So right in here. And I like to go straight down. I don't like to stop right there. I like to go all the way straight down, just to make like this part of my nose a little thinner. So I'm just gonna okay, so now you can definitely see the difference between this side and this side. This side just looks more long and narrow, and this is just more shapeless. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep blending it out. You don't want a harsh line. I think that's the most important thing when you're contouring or bronzing. You don't want it to look dramatic or very unnatural. Just keep blending and blending until it looks like your skin. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do to this side of my nose. So I'm just going to keep making this straight line, and then once I want to blend this out, I'm going to use this brush. This is the BH Cosmetics 6 brush. It's a very fluffy long brush. I have no idea how else to describe this brush, but it's very fluffy. So I'm just going to use this brush to really blend that line out. So I'm just going to keep building up on this side. There we go. Now I'm just going to blend it all out. now that I've drawn, well, I feel like I just drew those two lines on, you're gonna want to also draw kind of like a little line right here in the middle of your nose, because you can tell it's just like two straight lines. So to make your nose look a little bit more natural and like round, like how all noses are, just go ahead and take this flat shader brush again with a little bit of the bronzer on, and just kind of like draw a line right here across the middle of your nose. And to really blend out these harsh lines that I've created on my nose, I'm just gonna take this kabuki brush again and like really gently try to focus on the line. Don't go all over because the brown is just gonna go all over your nose. Just strictly try to stay right on the lines, the contour lines that you drew right now. Okay, so now like from afar you can definitely see how thinner, and it's kind of like an instant nose job. So I do like to contour my nose, but I don't do it regularly. I feel like it really changes how my face really naturally looks. But I feel like on special occasions and just when you feel like it, it's really fun to do. But like I said, I don't like to do this like every single day. I feel like it's a little too dramatic for me. So to bronze my face, I like to use a different colored bronzer. And my favorite one that I've been using a lot is the Laguna bronzer. It does look very similar, but this is more of a tan brown, not just like a straight up brown. It's a little bit more like orangey and makes you look more tan. It also has like a little bit of shimmer, which I enjoy in a bronzer, but if you don't, you can just go ahead and use like a matte bronzer. So to bronze my face, my favorite brush at the moment is this BH Cosmetics One brush. And it's this really big fluffy brush, but it's a little narrow. It's not completely like round like this brush. It's a little bit more narrow, so it's a little bit easier to get into the like hollows of your cheeks. But you've already contoured. So with this, you're just applying this in the hollows, but a little bit above the hollows of your cheeks, just to make you look more bronzed and more tan. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of that bronzer, and so I am gonna focus it in the hollows of my cheeks, but taking it a little bit above as well. And again, don't forget to like go all the way into your hairline. So now I've already bronzed both sides of my face, but what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take just a little bit more of the bronzer, and I'm going to apply this right into my hairline, all the way up until my temples where I bronzed, where I contoured. I feel like the more you focus the brush into your hairline, the more natural it looks. So that's why I like to go all around my face with the bronzer, just adding just a tiny bit of the product and really, really blending everything out. Okay, so that's my whole face bronzed and contoured. So now I'm going to show you guys how I like to highlight my face. So a product that I've been really, really, really enjoying is this Dream Lumi Concealer. So I like to add just a little bit of this product right under my eyes, right here in a little triangle shape. I'm going to apply this down along the bridge of my nose and just a little bit in the center. A little bit on my forehead and my Cupid's bow. So now you can take a brush, you can take like a stippling brush, or any brush you'd like, but right now I've been really enjoying using a beauty blender. I know it looks really dirty. I need to wash it, but I feel like this gives you the more natural look. I feel like it really blends everything out and there's no harsh lines, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this really quickly. Okay, so that's everything blended out already, and just to set the concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and add a powder over that. This is the Stay Matte by Rimmel, and I'm just gonna go ahead and take this fluffy brush and just strictly apply this where I just applied the concealer. Okay, so that's everything contoured, bronzed, and highlighted, and I feel like my face looks 10 times better. I feel like it's just a little step, a little process that you have to go through, and then it just makes your face look dramatically different. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, me showing you guys step by step how I did this. If you guys have any more questions or requests for any videos, please let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I like to contour, bronze, and highlight my face. Well, your face.